So how do you shoot a time lapse on your smartphone? Well, I'm here in Gran Canaria, the sun's just about to go down, so let's talk you through how you go about it. So the first thing to think about is if you're going to do a time lapse, you need to, unlike I'm doing now, put your phone on a tripod because you want that to be constant and the only movement to be what's moving in your shot, like the sun going down or the people moving around. So keep it on a tripod. If you want to move around, then you need to use what's called a hyperlapse. That's something slightly different. Second thing you need to think about is, will there be enough moving to make it actually work? So something like an auditorium filling up, sun going down, traffic moving, there's lots of movement, so it works. If there's not much movement, then you don't really notice very much. Another great use of it, by the way, is if you're filming something like a building that's static, but there are clouds going ahead, do it as a time lapse, then the clouds go over the top, it looks a lot more dramatic. Now, when you're shooting on your smartphone, make sure you lock down your focus and exposure, otherwise that will adjust. So for instance, if you're doing the sun going down, as it gets darker, your picture will be brightened by the phone. It thinks it's trying to help, that's not what you want. So lock it down so as the sun goes down, it gets darker. Also bear in mind, if you use the native app on your phone, you'll have less control. So for instance, on the iPhone, you have time-lapse in the native camera. If you use that, it'll turn it into a 30-40 second video, no matter how long you record for. Whereas if you use an app like Skyflow or Framelapse, it gives you lots of control over the interval of the recording. You can even do light streaks, all that kind of stuff. So generally a lot more control. So those are a few tips to do a time lapse. If you want to know more about shooting video on your smartphone, head over to markeganvideo.com.